How's it going?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
Good. Welcome to the show. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Well, thank you for flying to Montreal.
Come on. I mean, I'd crawl.
Oh, come on. Don't get me started.
I'd train. I'd hitch a ride to come here to talk to you like this. This is exciting.
You waited that long to come and talk to me?
Yeah, it took me about.
It's about time.
Took me about 3 weeks to get here. You know, it's been pretty good.
Well, you walked?
Yeah, I walked. I want to start by going back a little bit, and I want to go back to June 8th, 2019, your final residence show in Vegas, and you walk out on stage and you opened the show with Power of Love, as you kind of did every single night. But on the last night that you did it, when you walked out and you knew it was going to be your last night doing this show, what did you feel in that moment?
Well, I think, if I recall correctly, people thought that it was going to be very, very emotional for me and that it was going to be really hard for me. But I knew what I was getting myself into probably the next day or a couple of days after that. Of course, don't get me wrong, when it's before you turn a page, because for me, I stayed so long in Vegas. Actually, I still live in Vegas. It will always be, and I raised my kids in Vegas, it will always be, in a way, a home for me, because this is where I still live. Even though I am in Montreal right now, where my roots are, and this is really home. Make a long story short, I felt very strong when I did the last show, even though there was a lot of butterflies going on. I did not want to cry, which it's easy for me to cry because I'm very emotional, passionate, and I care and I love what I do, and when I get embraced by the audience, I get taken by the emotions. So I said to myself, I want to have a good time like every night, and especially tonight because it's my last show, so let's make it like a party. And I have to say, I don't remember if I cried. I don't think I did. If I did not cry, I'm very proud of myself because everything that I've done for so long there with my team, we have accomplished so much. Yeah. And I'm proud of that. And I didn't want to just cry. I just wanted to say, hey, last show, I'm so happy. So many people came, and we're still here tonight, and I'm about to hit the road.
I love that you said that you said it's hard for me not to cry because I take in so much of because I thought it would be because of the content of the songs, but also because you see what the audience is reacting to these songs, because these songs mean an awful lot to an awful lot of people, you know? They listen to them at births and deaths and birthdays and all these sort of moments. Like, do you take some time at a concert to kind of like look around and see how these songs that you sang?
That's all I do, actually, I don't want to interrupt you.
Please.
It's just that, you know, year after year, pretty much like for 20-something years, some less, some a little more, but I've been singing some of those songs, a lot of those songs, if I can rephrase that, night after night. And many times in interviews, they've asked me, aren't you tired of singing the same songs all over again?
My Heart Will Go On or something
and
like
sometimes,
that,
I have to admit to you and say, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard because you have to make this song tonight like you've sing it for the first time. Why? Because those people that are in the audience tonight, it might be their favorite. I won't be able to sing all of their favorite songs. I can't sing all of my favorite songs. Most of the time, my favorite songs, they're only making it in the charts. My favorite songs are the B-sides at the time. Remember the records that we were selling before?
I'm familiar with the B-sides.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember these days. I've been there on that side.
I'm familiar with it,
But it's that when the curtain opened, and just a fraction of a second, I'm like, oh, now, just before I think about not that song again, I always look, that's the difference between recording in a studio that you face engineers, don't get me wrong, I love them, and that's why I work with them and I choose them.
But they're stone-faced.
But there's like an audience. They come, they're excited, the show's not even started, they're on the edge of their seat, they cry, they laugh, they hold hands, they're standing up, they're dancing, they're getting married, you're like, you don't know where to start the show. There's a show before the show. So they are part of our show. So when I start the song that I might think that I don't want to sing it, they change it automatically, and it's like the first time, every time. Believe it or not, they make it happen.
That's really beautiful. I'm glad.
But it's true. And like you said, the weddings, they lose people, they're having a hard time.
Yeah.
How many people do I meet before the show and say, you've changed my life, you've helped me going through tough times.
People have proposed at your shows. I've seen that before.
Oh, people propose to my show with long nails with my face on their nails, and I'm like, are you getting married to me? Do you know what you're about to do right now? Okay.
But I'm glad you still have a connection to it, because I did wonder that coming in. I wasn't going to ask too much about you getting sick of your songs, but I did wonder about the My Heart Will Go On song, because that's become such a a big song to me and to millions of people all around the world. But it takes so much, especially at the end and that big modulation at the end. Yeah. I wondered how you did it night after night to feel it, because I always believe you whenever you sing it. So that makes sense.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very honored, and I realize more today than ever before that some, for example, Beauty and the Beast and My Heart Will Go On, winning Oscars, being part of classics, it was amazing then, and today it's an honor. And this is something that I will stay even when I'm not there anymore, for my kids and for people to remember that, wow, Mom was part of like 2 classics in her life. So I think about this more now than ever before.
So what led you to leave the show, the Vegas show?
First of all, I thought that I was supposed to, with my first, when I started to live in Las Vegas, my RC, René Charles, my first child, who's 18 years old today, he was a year and a half, and we started A New Day from the Cirque du Soleil, directed by Franco Dragone. And we started that show, and I thought I was going to be there for a little while, but a little while, I thought it was maybe a couple of months. Yeah. Or maybe a couple of weeks.
Because I feel like you made it kind of cool again. Like it was kind of uncool for people to do residencies, and then you kind of made it cool again.
Well, what was not cool about starting that is that most of people, I would say the industry mainly, without talking against the industry, because
they're here.
They're here. They've been always supportive, and I've needed them, still do, and we work as partnership. Yeah. But they didn't believe in it. They said the Titanic is going to sink again, and Céline Dion is going to finish her career there. But at one point we said, listen, we're not going to please everyone. It might be a bad idea, but people believe in that. They built a Coliseum for that show. It's called A New Day. Yeah. Do we believe in it? Let's do it, and let's not listen to every individual that are thinking that this is a bad idea. If it's a bad idea, we're going to stand up again. People make mistakes in life, but if you don't take a chance, you will never know. Yeah. We took a chance, people believed, we focused, we did A New Day, and not only we stayed 3 weeks or 3 months or a year and a half, I stayed there 5 years, then I did not stop, overlapping a world tour on top of that. That lasted about a year and a half, and to make a long story short, they kind of like wanted me again, and I said, oh, hi, home so soon? And then I came back home so soon, and I did another 5 years. So don't get me to do the math, because I'm very, very bad. I had to stop going to school because I was on stage. That's not my job. But I've been there a long, long time, and what was fascinating for me is that many well-known artists came after the show and before the show, meeting with me. It was an amazing honor, and they were.
You still get excited by people, like when you're Céline Dion, like there's still people you meet backstage, and you'll go, wow, I got to.
Well, first of all, I'm a fan.
Okay.
Of artists.
That's good.
And I don't see myself as, oh, I'm the Céline Dion, because your intonation was like, oh, yeah. And there's nothing wrong about that.
Thank you.
It's just that when you said like but you are Céline Dion. Okay, because my name is Céline Dion.
I know.
But I don't live my life like that.
I like hearing that, though. I like hearing that you still get excited to meet.
Because we never do. I mean, they're busy, I'm busy. When we see each other, it's backstage of a show. They're about to go on, and I just finished what I needed to do. Hey, by the way, good luck. And by the way, then you say, I love you so much. Bye. Can you give me no time?
Yeah, right.
No selfie, no photo, no autograph for the kids. We have no time. So why do we not hang together and we don't get together? It's a lack of time, unfortunately. But a lot of artists came and they wanted to know why, how is it? Is it fun? Is it working? Do you like it? How do you make it? How does that work? They were curious because they figured out that touring is wonderful, but it's hard. It's hard for everything. Jet lag, moving all the time, the weather change. I mean, all in the above.
Connections.
Family, all in the above. Everything. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it's fun as well because you discover different ways of living, different cultures. It's wonderful to travel the world because you go to school of life. And when you go to school of life and travel the world and you have a 6-year-old, 7-year-old with you that is going to school with a tutor and at the same time is learning about what life is all about, which for me is probably more important than 2 + 2 equals 7.
I think that's right.
For sure, I'm correct.
I think you might be right about that.
Yes, you have to say yes.
Yes, of course. Yes, I believe 2 + 2. Yeah. That's
Thank
right.
you.
Can we talk about
2 + 2?
7? I think.
Perfect.
Okay, good to know.
You can give me another question.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I got the math question right. This is like signing into my email. Can we talk about this new record? I just got to hear a little bit of it, and I really, really loved it.
Well, I can't say too much about it because they've asked me not to.
Sure. I want to ask you what.
But what I can say about it is that I am very proud of it, very excited about it. I've been part of it. Before I've been part of my my career and choosing my songs, of course. But from A to Z, since René's not there, I've been with my team more than ever, part of the creativity, whether it's for the record, some ideas, good ones, stupid ones, whatever. I'm not supposed to say stupid because if my kids see that, stupid is not a good word. So good ideas, bad ideas. And also for putting the show together, to sit at a table and bring ideas, whether they're bad or they're out there. And I think I'm Rihanna, or I want to dance like Britney Spears, or I want to have like, like the glow like Jennifer Lopez or whatever. I mean, all of them. And I want to have a duo with, I don't know, Sam Smith or Labyrinth or Bruno Mars, or I can go on and on and on, okay? I'm a big fan of many, many artists. But being part of this, of the creation, now I'm addictive. They cannot get rid of me.
No, well, I'm glad. And I can hear a lot.
Good for me, maybe bad for them. You ask them.
Well, it made for great music. I mean, I hear a lot of you in the record, and I did want to talk a little bit. I know we can't talk that much about it, but you know, Céline, the word courage stuck out to me. You know, it's the name of the tour, it's the name of the record, it's the name of the song that I just heard. I want to know what that word means to you.
Well, it means that everybody is going through things in life, things that we have to, I would say when something bad happens to you in life, you have to find a way to overcome these obstacles and find a way to find inner strength to say that's part of life. This is not something that you choose. This is something that is imposed to you by life, and it's up to you to go through these obstacles, and you have the options if you're gonna need help or not, or how you're gonna go through this. Yeah. And we all do have good moments and bad moments, and we all lose people. And saying that, losing the father of my children, my husband, my manager, the person that I love the most in the world, and the person that I can rely upon and without questioning anything since I'm 12 years old. Losing that person was a big deal on me, but it reflected on a lot of people that I've been surrounded by for 20 years and more. We are still missing him tremendously, believe it or not. But through the eyes of my children, and the fact that when one song came among many that was called Courage, it struck pretty hard emotionally, but it could have been like a song that didn't mean anything, or it's a good title, but it's not enough. Not only it's a good title, but I don't think a song could have been written more appropriately than this one at this time of my life, taking charge of my inner strength, of the visions that I have, my creativity, being spontaneous, being crazy.
It takes courage.
It takes courage because I'm a single mom. And I don't want to, me first, my kids, my entourage, the people that I love, to feel that because I have lost the man of my life, that I'm going to lose the essence of what I love, my passion. And I really believe that through all the years with René, who gave me so much, who taught me so much, who gave me so much luggage, that when he left for his new chapter, his new life, he gave me the rest of his luggage. And I feel him through the eyes of my kids, and inside of me, I felt very, very, very strong, probably stronger than ever before, because I make decisions and I'm not scared. Before I was not part of meetings. It was, René was really, I don't want to say overprotecting me, but he was protecting me a lot because he wanted me to just, you sing the best you can. I want you to enjoy, and you don't need to just.
So did you have to learn how to do that? Did you have to learn how to become a different person?
I'm still learning.
Yeah, what did you have to learn?
It's a learning process.
Like what? What did you? I'm just curious.
Well, to zip it once in a while and let the people talk, because I feel like I have to talk for René, on behalf of René. I have to talk for me, and I talk a lot, like right now. I do talk a lot. I don't let you finish the questions. I can even ask my own questions and answer my questions.
I left for about 10 minutes there,
It's like learning that the best is yet to come, and that, you know what, I don't want that to sound pretentious, but I am courageous.
You are, and I hope you know that courage you give, and I hope you know this, that all I could think when I listened to that Courage song was how many people, I've gone through losses in my family as well, how many of us need that song, How many of us need that moment? How many of us need, and I hate to put this burden on you, but how your courageousness or your courage can help so many people. I mean, I know that's not lost on you.
Well, I appreciate it, and if only that is what I need to do to go on stage and sing that song to help people, I will do this for the rest of my life.
And you can do it for the rest of your life, because it seems like every single year there's a younger generation that falls deeply in love with your music all over again.
And I don't understand that one.
Are you familiar with the Céline Dion, they call it?
The what?
Céline-essence.
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 Which is, you know, where Drake,
I like it.
Drake wants to get your photo tattooed on his arm, and your face tattooed on his arm. He wants,
Drake?
yeah. He's a very big Canadian. I'm just joking.
But is it a real one? Because I know about that, but I thought it was a fake one.
No, he wants.
Please tell me it's a fake one.
It's a fake one, but he wants.
Thank you.
But like everything you do, whether it be
because when you grow older, I'm already thin.
Yeah.
So when you grow older, you get thinner.
You don't want the arms. Yeah, I know. My uncle had a tattoo that said "Never gamble with love," and he got so old I just couldn't read it anymore.
As long as he's winning, it's okay. Let him be.
but there's something going on here, man, isn't there? There's something going on. It feels like there's a younger generation that is appreciating your music in a way that maybe the generation before them wasn't doing.
Blame it on the fashion. Blame it on the fashion. Whether it's music or clothing. I'm joking.
That's all right.
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time. But so I'm glad you're aware of it, because it's a thing, man. It's a thing. You're a meme. You're an internet icon right now.
Well, I don't know. Don't make me blush.
I don't know.
But
I mean, I'm happy about it.
I see it, and it's. I don't know if it's because, and don't get me wrong if I say it, because it might sound kind of like. Harsh, kind of weird to say that, but it's like you cannot please everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I've done everything that needed to be done to have an international career, because this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
I don't
you said
need
to me
to.
earlier, you said I didn't do that part in school. I was on stage. You've sacrificed so much.
I did not, I don't need to prove to my family, my friends, the industry, myself anymore.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
Okay, they gave me a spot.
Mm-hmm.
I took it. And I never wanted to have a hit. I wanted to have a career. I went to school, learned English, tried things. And right now it's like, am I scared to fail? I don't even consider failure or failing. Is that some things will not work as much as other things. Some people will comment on more clothing. This is my favorite. I didn't like that. I prefer this hair. I don't like that one. She said, but like I said before, you can't please everybody.
No, you're right. All I know is that I go to.
You have to assume yourself.
I go to a karaoke night, and people who are 22 get up and do "That's the Way It Is."
Oh, that's nice.
That's my favorite.
I would love to go there, because I love to sing so much.
Listen, next time you're in Toronto, give me a call.
Yeah.
We'll go. Yeah, we'll take. Yeah, we'll do. That's the way. We'll do. That's the way it is.
Should I just be as me, or just wear like a Sia wig?
You can.
All the girls don't get hurt, can't feel anything. That's when I learned. I push it down. I push it down.
We'll get Sia to dress up as you then.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll stress everybody out. It'll be great.
I mean, for me to have a Sia wig,
Yeah.
I can put it up.
We'll do Power of
But her,
Love.
the opposite.
I'll do Power of Love. Don't worry about it.
Okay, what do I do? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll rehearse a little.
We'll figure it out.
I figured it out. I have so many songs that every word you're gonna say, I have a song.
Devil. I'm just trying to think of words that you could sing.
Okay, you're right.
I was just thinking this, but I don't know why that says about
Where do you live, Toronto? Bye.
I don't know. That's the last word. That's the first word that came to my mind when you said
Tell me
Sandy
you took a
word.
picture of that. I want a copy of it.
I think that should be the new album cover. My new album cover is giving me the finger.
If you turn the record, that's the.
Play it backwards. It's you're saying the word devil over and over again. You've been spending, like you said, you've been raising a family in Vegas. You spend so much time in Vegas. It's nice to talk to you back in Canada. I did kind of want to close off by asking you, like, how does it feel to be back in Canada right now?
It's amazing.
In Quebec.
It's amazing. My kids can finally. I mean, they brush their teeth so fast because I have to stop them from going outside. They have to dress, and sometimes they're still in pajamas. To see my kids enjoy where I grew up, where they don't come enough, and to see their uncles and my mom, and to play outside, and they run bare feet, they don't burn their feet, and it's not to talk against what Vegas has been giving us through all these years, but when you go outside bare feet in Vegas, you might come with melted toenails.
That's
you
right.
know,
Yeah.
flip-flops outside all night, they're melted.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So here it's like the greens and the weather and the nature and to pick tomatoes from our little gardens, and for the kids to just play badminton and ball and bicycle, and it's such like I said, these are moments that they will never forget. And me as a mom, this is an heritage that I give them, and I'm so lucky that I was born here. This is the blood that's going through my veins, mixed with some maple syrup.
And some snow.
So that's why I'm a sweet girl.
Yeah, right. This has been amazing, because I have to tell you, like, you're going to do this now for the next like 9 hours. So I just want to say this, that like, yeah, I'm a musician. I didn't mention this at the top, but I'm a musician.
Guitar?
I'm a banjo.
Banjo.
Only for the girls. Yeah. I was trying to meet girls, so I figured I'd pick up the banjo.
Oh Lord,
yeah.
don't you buy me
A Mercedes Benz. I wanted to say thanks, man. Like, you've really inspired a whole generation of musicians in this country, and I hope you know that. Fans come out and they're inspired by your songs, but I hope you know there's a whole generation of musicians who look up to you.
Well, I hope one day you put something on YouTube that I can watch you playing a song of mine on your banjo.
Can I do a banjo version of That's the Way It Is?
Oh, I can read your mind. You should have brought it. We could have done it together.
They won't let it on the plane. It's a dangerous. I'm only joking.
Oh my God.
I'm only joking. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much.
was a
It's
joy.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Do that version. I would love to hear that.
I'll work it up when I get home.
Okay.
When you want it to, there's no easy way out.
B flat, C major.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I can make that happen.
Any key works.
Whatever.
Make it your own.
I heard a story that, I know I'm gonna get killed. I heard a story that when you did All By Myself.
Well, you did.
When you did All By Myself, they pitched up 3 keys for where they pitched it to you first. Is that true?
Listen, we've taken like a whole day with the piano on a speakerphone with David Foster to choose the key. All by my anymore. Okay, that's the key. Fine. Okay, great. I arrive in LA, and he says, you're gonna freak out. I'm so happy about my production. I'm gonna play you the track. Let's hear this. It's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be it's gonna be big. And I'm like, I mean, with David, everything's gonna be big, you know. He never did anything small, obviously. So, and it was amazing. And then I said, but what is, and I said, oh, anymore. I said, David, is that the final key that we, no, he said, that's the thing. He said, it's like, I think it was like a key and a half higher. And I'm like, okay, why did we spend a whole day on the key that works? And now I'm over here, and then it's a key, I'm like, I think everything exploded. My pants, my bra, my shirt. When I hit that note, anymore, po.
Yeah.
You know what you hear in the back is not the drum.
Yeah.
It's my clothes that exploded.
Nice to meet you.
But I still love him for that.
It's hard not to love him.
And people, they stop breathing when I'm about to hit the note, and me too.
I think I see a laser pointer on my forehead. I think they're going to take me out if I keep talking to you.
It's okay.
It's nice to meet you.
I'm the boss. I'm going to protect you.
God love you.
Love you too.
I appreciate
Take care.
that. Thank you so much.
Bye.